5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Hello, internet world. Norma Joe back again. For some reason, my computer's running really fucking slow, even though it's been off all day. So it's not overheated or anything like that. I just turned it on. And the shit is all like, oh, what do you mean I have to do shit? I don't want to do shit. But whatever. Yeah. Man, look at my lipstick. So shiny. Okay. I'm gonna just go back into it, man. We got another episode of this stupid bullshit. Let's see what's going on with our non-lovable characters. Chapter 3, Spinner. With a rush of breath, Skippy let go of his mouth and shoved him away from her. Her body crumpled and she fell to the floor, exhausted. Avery was just standing by the guy, who was ghost white and in total shock. Val broke the silence. Get him, Avery! Now's your chance! Avery looked at Val, her best friend. They're best friends, that's fucking funny. She curled her lips into a weak snarl and tried to growl, but it came out as a whine. He jerked her head by her lead, and she lowered her head again. He looked back at Skippy. I'm reporting you. You're always trouble. When I'm finished, you will be too. Oh, have you lowered yourself to talking with the numbers now? Val sneered at him. He tried to retort, but she kept talking over his words. That's like a fucking reality show or something. And you, I should have you. I thought you were a medical school graduate. Declawed, and next purpose you serve. I know why you keep taking out Avery. Will be to fuel the furnace with your bones. You're letting all the DOAs have a turn with her. Oh, that's awful. She's saying that about her best friend. And if she wasn't supposed to talk again, I'd rip out her last vocal cords myself. Why don't you open this cage and do me? Everyone's so sexual. Everyone banged up against the fronts of their cages, barking and yelling, not bothering to speak anymore. The boy grabbed Avery at the scruff of her collar and threw her in her cage. She didn't bother to leap up as he closed the door. As he shut in Avery, Val grabbed through the bars and closed her nails over his arm, tearing out a bit of his coat sleeve. I think that's what it said. Oh yeah. She could have done worse. Hey, look, she yelled to Saramina. She threw the piece of coat down on the floor and started batting at it like a cat. What a weird fucking world this is. She chased it backwards and forwards and over her cage. And finally, pouncing on it, she impaled it with her claw and ate it. She ate a fucking piece of somebody's shirt. And those, if it's like a lab coat, that shit is like coarse too. That isn't like t-shirt, like light fucking material. That's like, I used to have a lab coat for costume stuff that I got from Goodwill, and like, that shit is, it's like a thick fabric, man. And her nails are that fucking sharp. She's got like pointed nails, can just like impale things. I can't impale shit on my nails. God, Val, what's your problem? She smiled. I want to taste his flesh. That's what. What? You heard me. I want to get one of those fuck-ups sometime. I'll leap on them, and with my forepaws, I'll pin them to the floor, and with my teeth, I'll tear them open and feel their warm blood on my tongue. That'll be my day. God, Val, you just have to be so hateful all the time. Don't you? Why don't you just take a break sometime? Why don't you stop being so gruesome? What? You're in like a fucking concentration camp. What's the matter with being gruesome? She flew at him, waking up Avery. Avery was sleeping and calling the attention of all her neighbors. Why? Why? You want to know why I want to kill them? Well, I'll tell you fucking why. She took a breath as she started again. They ruined my fucking life. That's why. I may not know just what's out there, but I know I'm old enough to have a life. And there, I might be anything, but here, all I am is a fucking little something, a little bitch, I think it says. And so, Are all of you? She panted for a moment, looking around at the others. Who's this asshole? Saramina, is he just happy being in here? What does he mean, like, stop being so negative? That is like... Talk about taking this positivity shit so far. I mean, I complain about, like, corporate jobs and shit like that, telling everyone, like, to just, oh no, just be positive, be happy, no matter how fucking shitty the job is treating them. Trying to use that so they don't have to. Stop doing that weird shit, you assholes. What the fuck? Why are you doing that, Quincy? I'm gonna spray you with water. You really have no shame, huh? Anyway. Where was I? But yeah, to put somebody in a fucking, like, jail cell and experiment on their ass, like Joseph Mengele fucking asshole, like, that is just... And then tell them, like, oh no, you gotta smile and be positive. We don't want to be angry all the time. Like, the fuck is that shit? Where was I? Alright, oh, fucking little bitch, and so are all of you. She panted for a moment, I think it says, looking around at the others. It's gotta be a hell of a lot better than here. Fuck. Even if it is hell, it's gotta be better than here. Saramina was nervous. Val, I'd do anything to get out of here. I'd even kill. But I wouldn't enjoy it. Ha! Then you're even weaker than I thought, Saramina, she spat. There's nothing more I want to do than rip the throat out of any bastard who thinks he can get in my way. Who gives a fuck if you enjoy it or not? The point is they all want to escape. They're all willing to do what they gotta do. Then they should just band together and do it. What's this point of being like... You know what? This is just like today, where people will have the same values, the same, basically, they want the same changes in society, but because of these tiny little small-ass details, like, oh no, like, I think, like, I want, better wages by like 50 cents and you want better wages by like 25 cents, so we can't be friends. What the fuck? Where was I? Saramina was silent. Val had no more to say. She didn't have to say anything. He had known her for a long time, but he never understood her desire to kill. She wasn't crazy like Skippy, but she was more dangerous. It's funny how they define, like, crazy. Saramina didn't know how... I think, like, they're basically defining... It's kind of interesting to me. I think they're basically defining crazy in this story as, like, having, a break with reality. But, you know, obviously in our modern day, like, you can be called crazy for anything. Just for being too emotional, and... It can have nothing to do with having a break with reality, you know? It can be whatever. Alright. What was I? Saramina didn't know how long it would be until she achieved her goal. California looked around her again. A tiny spider crawled from its web out through the wire. California stared at it. So easy to come and go as it wished. So easy to be free. She looked at Skippy, her best friend, her crazy little. What was he doing? She was on her hands and knees, and her face was... Oh, what was she doing, it says. I thought the S in she was like a little weird symbol, I don't know. And her face was mostly hidden by the wooden frame of her cage. California thought about shouting out to her, but something told her that this wasn't the right time. She looked over at Livell. He was asleep, but this time he was silent. Poor Livell. Too small to fight. He was bullied by the workers of Karichna, or DOAs as they were called. When he was taken out, he wouldn't come back until that night. And then he would be drenched and exhausted and smelling of strange salt. Seawater. California thought back to the first and last time she asked Livell what was going on. Her skin prickled and turned cold as she remembered. It's black, darker than nighttime. It's like your eyes are shut. How do you know if they're not? I can feel when my eyes are open. That's some basic shit. It's so strange. First, you can feel water on the floor. It only comes up past your forepaws. Then after a while, you feel like you're falling. You see things out of the corners of your eyes that disappear when you turn to look, and you're drowning. You're drowning. So they're putting him in some kind of like sensory deprivation chamber, I'm assuming. And then I don't know if like they're making the water level like rise while he's in there. But, or if it's all in his imagination. I guess it's up to, you know, whatever. She thought about the way he said the word drowning. He said it like he was in a trance. His pastel eyes were wide and strange, as if he was looking right through her and seeing something too frightening, too horrible to imagine. She thought about Butterclip. Did he see what Level saw? Level was paranoid. No, she didn't think Butterclip saw it. She folded her forepaws underneath her and let her hair drop over her face. Her thin blonde hair, it was like a spider web, a thin veil so that no one could tell what she was thinking. She liked that Butterclip wore a mask. No one could tell what he was thinking either. A spider crawled across her hair. She didn't move. Spiders lived with her all the time. She wasn't afraid. But spiders could come and go as they pleased. If they wished, they could walk right through the wire. They could climb out the window or under the door. California sniffed. She would never get that freedom. When she was taken out, she would be gone from the middle of the day until just after the sunset. She had been taken out just over a week ago, but she couldn't think in weeks. She was on intelligence, put in a box and made to choose a door to escape out of. If she chose right, it would repeat itself until the end, and she would try her futile attempt at fighting whoever was trying to put her back. If she chose wrong, she would be electrocuted and burned. Shit. If she chose nothing, well, she better be ready to fight. The spider crawled, and all the people who work here, like, they all, I don't know. It's not a good job for them, is what I'm trying to say. It's not, I mean, obviously it's not a good job. It's not good for these main characters, but it's just like the people working here get such a raw deal. Constant abuse, constant fighting, like, I know at the time I probably wasn't even like thinking about these employees, but it's like, find a real job. Amazon gotta be better than this shit. All this physical abuse. Are you even getting health insurance for the injuries you will definitely sustain from all this bullshit? You know, and the shit is probably not funded by anything. It's probably just private, you know, secret private bullshit. So, are you really getting paid what it's worth? Do you really just love experimenting on human beings so fucking much and think it's so wonderful to society that you're just gonna put up with all this shit, you know? And I think these are all young men, too. You know what? Maybe these are all, like, a bunch of crazy-ass, like, young neo-Nazi guys, and they just, this is where they feel at home. Maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. Anyways. Where was I? The spider crawled off of her and she flicked her hair back. Butterclip had his face to the door, nose twitching. California stared at him, and then, in a split second, she realized what he meant. What? Oh, okay, he's smelling the air. 2 DOAs shoved open the heavy doors and walked into the room. One was for Level. The other one she wasn't sure about. The one for Level unlocked his cage, and quick as a dart, he pushed off one of the wire walls, slipped between the DOA's arms, and sunk his teeth into his throat. Holy shit. And they only have, like, these people don't work in pairs. Like, you would think, like, 2 people would come for every 1 prisoner, so that they could, like, be stronger than them, like, overpower them, like, oh, it's only 1 of you and 2 of us, You know, like how I said in my Joker video, where it's like they always got like 2 people to like pin their like victim because like, you know, you can just overpower them. At the very least, you can have one person grabbing each arm and kind of like disarm them, literally. But if it's only one-on-one, so you might get some shit like this, you know? Alright, what's going on here? The DOA floundered with him, scratching his face and yanking at his clothes and hair. Livell didn't have a good enough grip and he fell to the floor. His arms and legs splayed like a cat. California remembered her grenade and threw it at the DOA at point blank. Oh, right. It was like she had like a fucking paper towel full of oatmeal or some bullshit like that. To just like make a mess, I guess. Here, I'm going to try to block that light with my notebook. Oh, now my face. Oh, the colors are changing. Red, green, yellow. Red, green, yellow. The fuck? So weird. Green, now it's blue. Oh my god, now it's not. Now it's orange. Now it's blue again. Holy shit. Okay. Whatever. Let me see. Where was I? Now I'm playing with this bullshit. Oh yeah. It exploded in his face, covering him in disgusting mush. You know what? She should just put her own shit in there. I know that all these people live in a cage all day. I know each one of them has like a shit corner. You know, that they're just shitting in. I know they don't have no fucking toilets. I know they all just shit in their hay or newspaper, whatever they're laying on. They just shit in the corner. And then these people come and clean it up, I guess, or something. I don't know what the hell's going on. Maybe each cage has like a little like chute in it. They just like shit in there. But I kind of doubt that. I'm pretty sure they just shit in the corner of their cage. I don't know. She should have made the grenade out of that. You know, like in that movie Platform, people use like their own shit as like weapons. Yeah, they should have done that. You know, you're being dehumanized anyway, so what do you got to fucking lose, you know? Anyway, where was I? He froze and shook his head from side to side. Livell darted across the room, pushed open, it says 2 door. I think it means the door. And with a final glance at his friends, he was gone. The second DOA rushed to help his friend, but he shoved him off and went after Livell. The second DOA looked around him. Everyone was yelling for joy and shouting for Livell. He had done it! He got away! Yeah, he's just fucking loose in their whole, like, compound now. I'm sure, you know. I'm sure it's, you know, yeah, he's gone, he's out of there, he only has to get through the whole rest of the fucking building, you know, I'm sure there's gonna be locked doors and shit like that, man. They don't got no fucking security in this place. Like I said before, I know I didn't know what this was when I was 12, but, like, they don't have tasers, they don't have, like, handcuffs. They don't have anything to try and just have a little bit of security. They don't have somebody watching the door to make sure nobody goes out. You know what I mean? They don't have fucking anything. This place is a shithole. Where was I? He got away, California thought. If it was that easy for Livell. She wondered how easy it would be to get everyone out. And then, in the midst of everything, the DOA made his huge mistake. He went through with his job, and he was for Val. He didn't help his fucking friend. He's like, okay, yeah, one of these one of these prisoners we got out of the cell and is just running around the building now. No, it's cool. I'm sure we don't have to do anything about it. Somebody will deal with him out there. You know, we don't have to do shit. Oh, my cats are playing. I was like, what the fuck is that noise? He was for Val. He stuck his key in the lock. Val's eyes were set on him. She was strangely still. I'm trying to block this light. The light is so blinding and, like, distracting. She was strangely still. If he paid a little more attention to her body stance, he might have realized that she was about to pounce. These fucking little neo-Nazi alt-right motherfuckers don't know fucking shit. As soon as the door was unlocked, even before he pulled it open, Val attacked. Following Livel's example, she sunk her teeth into his throat, but she was bigger and stronger than him, and she wasn't playing around. Alright, I'm at 20 minutes, so that was pretty funny.